SaySo Radio, SaySo Radio.
What you say, who the hottest on the airwaves? SaySo Radio, shutting down the hearsay. Who provided the hottest topics on the streets? Got the market talking about it from the DM to the V. Pass the matrix round the table like a hot potato. Step to the mic and don't let it go. Wait till you say so. And give the credit where it's due. WLVS, nothing but the truth.
SaySo Radio, SaySo Radio, with Andre
and Sky.
Oh, no? Okay. They said it's cool.
Hi, Ebony. What can I do?
Hey.
Boom, boom, with this feeling. That's just a little something from when they were like...
That's personal. She know what it is.
Hi, Latricia. Author Latricia's on here. You lost the earring.
Yeah, I'll get it together. Go and talk to everybody.
Okay, so anyway, the topic is I do, I did, and I don't. All right, so those of you who are married, divorced, and don't want to be married, come on in. Those of you who, there's another thing about I do, I did, and I don't. There's other things that you do believe in and you don't want to participate in, and you already did that. You know how we say we've been there, done that kind of thing?
Bought a t-shirt.
And bought a t-shirt. Okay. So, yesterday was like 100 and what? 103 degrees, and we actually have on halter dresses and stuff like that. How do you get these things off of here?
Those are comments.
Oh.
Live, you gotta see them.
Oh, okay. Hi, y'all. All right. So
Ain't
anyway.
that amazing? You usually paying attention because you reading everything. Oh, he said. Oh, hey. Oh, he's like, nah. I love you.
You see the shade? I think I need to get some glasses.
Hey, you need shade out here for real.
But ananyway, I do know that Janika Haynes, author Janika Haynes Lynch, is on here.
Today?
She's joining us today.
Okay.
She is she's the founder of the Opulent Lady Network, which brings all women from all walks of life together.
Yeah,
anybody else that's married or not married, we're gonna give out. That was my expression set, but I gotta give a shout out
to
DeMonte. Shout out to DeMonte. Aspire to be married. Yes, Ariel, you want to come on?
That's a good one.
Ariel.
You coming on.
Ariel, we're going to bring you on to talk about your aspirations to be married. All right? And how to position yourselves, too.
Right.
You know, a lot of times we want to be married, but we're not in position. You know.
That's the key word for we just ain't ready. Yeah, I want to hear from her too.
Ariel, if you're ready to come on, if you want to come on and talk about that, aspire to be married, we're gonna bring you in. So, and Janika, all right, Janika is ready now. So let's bring Janika on first.
Okay, we're gonna join in with Miss
Jonika Haynes,
the opulent lady.
Opulent lady. I think I can get her in here. You know, I don't know how to do all this.
Oh no, honey.
Okay,
okay, do you want to tag your friends?
Oh, okay. Somebody asked, what if we are in position and can't find the right one?
Hallelujah.
Wow.
That's a good question.
Okay.
Hey,
T bought some tea. That's a real serious question.
It is.
But you know what? What happens is when you're in position and you can't find the right one, there's one word. There's one word. It begins with a W. There's two words.
What?
Wait and patience. Because I was told yesterday, well, the other day, the young lady said it's better to wait long than marry wrong.
Yes. You are.
Brittany said that. It's better to wait long than marry wrong. Mm-hmm. And so if you're in position if you're in position and you're ready and you know that you're good, because the words say, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. But there are some that don't recognize their good thing. And so what happens is you're in position. You're in position, you're ready. Just stay right there and you hold on and trust and believe what God has for you, it is for you.
Facts.
So many. Go ahead.
With that being said, I think a lot of the times the Bible verse is misunderstood we as women, that's what a lot of us anyway. Well, that's why we want you to call. If it's different for you, join in, whatever. But I always wanted, like, oh yeah, my husband, my kids, whatever. That's my thing. I love it. But here's the thing: if a man findeth a wife, right? We don't go out here searching for our husband. Like, it's the whole other way around. And I think that's where it gets twisted at a little bit.
But you know, we're living in a society now where if you want it, go get it.
See how that worked for you, though.
Well, I mean, that means to take a chance
I'm
and
just
take.
saying, don't go against the law.
I'm not saying, because if you go against the grain, you'll get some pain, of course. But what I'm saying is, what happens to stepping out on being bold and being courageous and not having fear? Because sometimes you could want something so bad and you could just feel that it could be for you, right?
Right.
But you're afraid to go get it because of what people may say. This is where I come in, and everybody knows that I'm a minister and all this stuff. But this is where I kind of sort of.
You a minister?
That what y'all told me.
You ain't retired this weekend.
I'm still retiring. I'm still retiring.
Even though I'm a minister and
but that's not going to take the calling off my life just because I'm retired. But what I'm saying is,
because you following what God say.
Because a lot of times what we do is we just are so afraid, and then we have the traditional way of what people think and the traditional way of what people feel we should do.
Living in a box.
That we box ourselves in. So here it is. I've been dating Ray for like 6 years, and Ray and I have so much in common, but yet.
And the friends be like, girl, where the ring at?
Girl, where the ring at? No, you know, I gotta wait. I gotta do this. Girl, you better go get Ray. Because Ray sitting up there waiting, and Ray thinking that maybe he's not your type, and you're thinking, well, he might, you know, I'm waiting on this and I'm waiting on that. But
or Ray mother just really don't like you.
Ray mother don't like you.
And that's hard.
Because Ray's other girlfriend was the one.
Okay. In that position, people do that.
People do that. And so we want to encourage you. If it's take the chance. Jump out there. You know, the only way that you know that you're a failure is if you never tried it.
Fact.
So if you never tried it, what are you waiting for? Go out there.
But nothing beats a fail but a try. So
that's
try
right.
It, whatever
try
you
it. Hi Chantel, hi Trina. Yeah, just work at it. Work at it and keep putting yourself together. Let me tell you something. Life is full of ups, downs, changes and turnarounds.
It's like a box of chocolates.
Oh, she's doing Forrest Gump today.
No, okay, I'm joking.
But you will make mistakes. You will make mistakes. You will meet the wrong person. You will meet the right person and mess it all up. Okay?
Hey, and I'm guilty. I've done that several times.
You know, but this is what life is. So I did, and I don't. Anybody ready? Anybody on here been married twice?
Yes. Me.
Talk about it. Let's start with her.
Yeah, we can start with me.
Start with her first.
You can start with me. I got a little tickle in my throat.
I did. I did.
I did. I realized that when you marry really, really young, it's a lot that you don't know. And it's a lot that you have to learn. We had babies and everything. We were very young, straight out of high school kind of stuff. And it just, we were better off as friends. And I was glad and thankful to God that we could come to that kind of understanding. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not going to work. And although it took almost 8 years to give me my divorce.
4 times, Donna? Oh, you got to come on our screen,
Oh,
Donna.
of course. Yeah, it took a long time to finally sign. I guess it was a thing with him when he was like, you know, dang, if I do this, we're really, really done. There's no, no possibility, no hope or whatever. But I appreciated him doing that because we got divorced in September. And by June, I was remarried again.
October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June.
So was that
9 months later,
I was remarried.
She did I do again.
Yeah. And I had always said that I never would, but that's us speaking and thinking that we know what's going to happen in our lives, and we don't. We don't hold the key. You know what I mean? And my higher power, that's to whoever believed. I'm not trying to change your faith, but I mean, my higher power sent me my soulmate and my best friend 9 months later. So
9 months later and 3 children later.
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, because speaking of which, my oldest grandson will be 19
On Monday.
On Monday, all right. But Donna, you ready to come in on our camera? Donna, you gotta give me some thumbs up if you want to come in. I need to bring you on, Miss Paparazzi. She says she's been married 4 times.
Wow.
So I want you to come and share with our viewers. How does it happen? Because sometimes when people get married,
How? Why?
and talk, we want to know why. What happened? You ready to come on in? I'm gonna try to see if I can bring you in my camera.
All right, be patient with us, guys. We're adding this.
We're adding Donna on here, and we are just having a great time today. We're, like I said, we're
just enjoying.
it's so different from Washington D.C.
Very peaceful.
Don't know what the weather is like at home,
But it's hot as hell here.
but it's a little warm here. But I want to talk about that when you marry and then you divorce. I don't know. It keeps saying adding. I don't know where Donna is. Okay.
All right, well,
We're going to keep it moving.
Okay.
I don't know. It keeps saying adding. So, but anyway, if anybody wants to come in and just, candidly speak with us today, you can just pop on in. There she is. Hey,
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm great. I'm blessed. I'm great. How are you?
I'm wonderful, beautiful. Listen, I saw your post that says, 4 times.
yes.
Now listen,
Share.
you need to share. You need to tell. First of all, each and every one of them, how it began, how it ended, what you learned, and some advice.
Wow.
4 times, because you got to do this 4 times. Oh, yeah, it's early in the morning. Mosquitoes is out here. Okay.
I thought they was something I had fleas.
Well, I'm going to say, first of all, the first time I got married, I was 17, and I was living at home with my parents, and my parents are very, very strict. I had a very Christian upbringing, and I was looking for fun. I was looking for fun in all the wrong places. So I got married, had my first son, and we were married for a short time, less than 6 years. He was a military officer, so we traveled a lot, and I was blessed with my son, who is now 37. That ended quite quickly because God said no, 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 and I got sick, and I actually developed pneumonia at Fort Gordon in Georgia, and I had to come back to Maryland with my mom.
Wow.
So that is how that ended. He went to Germany, and I came back to Maryland. Then I waited a few years, and I met another military officer, looking for the wrong things, money and no love, money and no love.
Come on. Somebody need to hear that part right there.
That ended very quickly. I was devastated because I was again alone with a child, and just had my parents, always leaning on my mom and dad, my strong backbone, my family, and my Christian upbringing. And that's really what saved me. I'm telling you, the prayer and just looking to God for guidance after that second marriage. And then I waited a few years, met someone that, again, looking for love in all the wrong places. When you're not looking for love and you're looking for money, that's what happens. You don't get your full blessing. You don't get your full opportunities. God says, no, no, no. You said yes, yes, yes. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. And then I'm going to tell you, for a 13-year journey, I went through a relationship with a female. Me trying to help somebody that wasn't ready to be helped. And it was really, really, really bad. Oh, goodness. See if I can get a better signal here.
Okay. Wow.
Okay, let's see if I can get a better signal.
Okay, babe. Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Wow, We could hear you, but
Can you,
Okay, there we go. Okay.
can you hear me? So, I just basically, at that point, I'm still looking for love in the wrong places. I was calling to God, crying to God, saying, God, I just don't feel complete. Let me see. Okay, I'm sorry. I got a terrible signal. Can you guys hear me?
yeah, I can hear you, honey.
Okay, so I was telling God, I just had to reach out. I had to get on my knees, do a lot of trials, looking for love, looking for love. But let me tell you the kicker to this. I am now reunited with my husband that I was married to for 16 years. So now we are back together in the process of, reunifying our relationship. And it's really a good thing. We're going to church together. We're reading the Bible together, and just following what God has for us.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Wow, that's
All
amazing.
right.
Actor Miguel Matos. Hey, that's my set husband.
That is really amazing.
That's amazing.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing. Well, you know what? We appreciate you, Donna. And any suggestions that you would give to anyone? Everybody know I'm in the middle of a divorce. Did I look happy? No, I'm not. I'm not as happy. I'm a little crazy, but it's not a bad thing. A lot of times, you said it. We gotta really, really want to be where we are, and if you're, and sometimes what happens is we don't look inside. We always look at external, and for so many years, I always wanted to make sure everything was buttoned up and beautiful. I wanted to make sure everything was buttoned up and beautiful, and today it's not that type of lifestyle for me.
Yeah, it's not reality.
I've never been so much free to make my own choices, free to make my own decisions, free to come and go. And I'm not talking about the idea of coming and going as you please kind of thing. I'm just saying, just don't have that burden. Sorry, y'all. People always want to call when you're
you don't
on.
have what burden? Go
I don't
ahead.
have that burden of just the stresses. Now, don't get it wrong. I love. I love commitment. I love relationship. I love playing with feet together and all
Don't
this.
play with my. I don't like feet.
Give me your foot. It's my daughter, y'all. I love all those things that a relationship brings, but I also wanted to be with someone who enjoys the same things. I want you to enjoy walking in the park at dusk or dawn, not when it's really, really hot.
The simple things.
Simple things that a lot of people look at us and tend to believe that we don't want those things. We have been women, and for us, even with a man, had to kind of sort of do everything, be the man.
Yeah.
And so when other men come around, sometimes they're more intimidated. They like what they see, but they're intimidated by the inner strength that we had to possess for many years. Back down in slavery time and all that, women had to carry the weight. They had to carry the burden. But
a woman is strength. That's what we are. I mean, come on, we bear children. A woman is strength. I think that oftentimes it gets a little bit now, because the roles have reversed so much these days. It does get intimidating for people who want to give you a shot, but they like, I ain't trying to be with no woman that's trying to control me or more of a man than me, because I've heard a lot of stuff, I'm telling you. And it may be at the time I used to be like, oh my gosh, did I scare this guy away? Did I mess up a good opportunity? But at the end of the day, hey Patty, at the end of the day, the roles have reversed so bad, and it feels like that sometimes. It's like, guys can get, and we're not just going, let's not just single out men like that. Wait, let's freeze. Let's not do that, because not saying that sometimes y'all can scare women off too. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got some guys who are so masculine and so controlling that it makes a woman feel like, damn, he gonna Ike me later? You know what I'm saying?
Girl, I wish they would.
3 months. You already know the mask come off, honey. You see what you dealing with for sure. It's cute in the beginning, honey, but I don't know.
I tell people all the time, if you do the if you do like the 60-day, you know, after 60 days, whoever they are gonna come through. Because trust and believe, whatever inside of you, it's gonna come out of you. And so it's gonna reveal itself. I tell people all the time, sometimes I'm a basket case, sometimes I feel like a nut, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm up, sometimes I'm down.
Facts.
But you have to be able to know who you're working with and who you with. And however, Miguel said, however, relationships are a constant struggle.
Yes,
and they are.
It's an everyday job.
It's
job.
Because sometimes it seems like it's tug of war. You know, I got the dishes. No, I got the dishes. Oh, women's supposed to do the dishes. The devil is a lie. You better wash them dishes. No.
Hey, that is true.
Yeah, so it is
funny,
a struggle.
But it's true. It's a constant job. It's something we work on every single day, especially in marriages. But even as boyfriend and girlfriend now, it can be like a big old hectic thing. Courting used to be like the preparation for, all right, this one might be the one. Let's go and see, whatever. But even that can be hard. Married once, and I will.
Married once, and when I let go, I was still in love, but knew the marriage wasn't healthy for my marriage. Let's see. Let me go back and read the rest of it. Was one-sided. The day he left the house was the day I began to have peace in the midst of the pain.
Wow.
I didn't understand, but I was trusting God. Wow. I got
deep.
something I want to read to you guys. Let me read something to you. You keep talking.
Okay, cool. Oh, what my mom just read came from a lady named Miss
Shay, my friend, my girl.
Miss Shay Caldwell. That was deep. My mom has been looking at a lot of different quotes and stuff this week. As you all know, we're out here in Arizona because my brother just got married yesterday. Congratulations to him and my new sister-in-law. She been my sister-in-law, but now it's official. Let's see what you got. You already you know where to go in the in the
Some of you
chapter?
know that I wrote a new book called Being Made Whole. You can actually get it on Amazon. You can get it from me. But there's a new, because the way this books look, it looked like it's just for women. So the graphic designer had to go back and put the man puzzles on the side too, because it's a universal book. But I wanted to share something with you all about where I stand today. And I don't know whether on whether or not I was supposed to share this, but hey, it is what it is. This part is called, let me look at the top. It's called Let Go to Grow. Hi, Aaron, down in Mississippi. It's called Letting Go to Grow. And I want to just talk about what happened to me. As some of you know that, yes, relationships are commitment. Some of you know that I had been married, divorced, and remarried to the same person, right? And
That's a book by itself.
We met when she was 6 months old, and we had a son who got married on yesterday, who is now 30-something. But anyway,
32.
I'm going to read you a part of this book, and I hope you guys get it. It says, I've been with my husband for over 30 years. We were married, divorced, remarried, separated, and back together, etc., etc. We met at the tender ages of 19 and 18. One day I was sick and scheduled to have surgery. The morning of the surgery, I asked him to pray with me. Instead of going into prayer, my boo informed me that he was moving out. I said, wow, you couldn't wait until I come out of surgery? You really felt the need to tell me this the morning of my operation? My heart began to feel and speak things that I wouldn't allow to come out of my mouth. I didn't pray for peace like the sanctified preacher or the praying wife. I prayed that something would happen to him so that he could get a taste of what I felt. Of all the people, I knew it was wrong for me to think that way. But at the moment, it seemed justified. Instantly, my mind went to flashback mode, and I had a whole list of things that I could pull out on him into remembrance of how I held him down, even when I should have kicked his ass to the curb. During my 5 a.m. meditation, I heard God clearly speak to me in the spirit say, you are about to experience a major shift, but do not be afraid. Focus on me. Stay prayed up, and last but not least, you need to be free from dependence on other people. Not sure why this came, but I trusted him. So I thought. My husband left that very evening. It got to the point where he would have preferred to sleep in his truck. I was on bed rest and stitched up. It was very easy to cry victim because I'm a woman taking care of a lot of children. Yet, in spite of what I thought I was limited in, I didn't miss a beat outwardly. But inwardly, that's another story. Nevertheless, God had people in place to help me all the way. Until that day I got my stitches removed. I truly thank God for the revelation and honesty. I'm not going to read all of this. I had to go back to the beginning. We both grew up in dysfunctional families, and neither one of us knew about healthy relationships. My mother was a victim of domestic violence, and he had in his two-parent home, but his dad drank and beat on his mom too. He was introverted, and I, although shy by nature, was extroverted. To sum it up, we had nothing in common when we met but drugs and sex and partying. Love came many years later.
That's deep. That's deep, and I'm very, very proud of you for just taking all of that, putting the pen and paper together, and getting it out. And getting it out. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. My mom used to be upset with me. He was a good dad. I couldn't say nothing else but, it's my dad. He's been a good dad to us. But we didn't know underneath what it was doing to you. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not, good father just ain't enough. I'm sorry. In a marriage, that's just not enough. You know? Love is patient. Love is kind. And a lot of us have not experienced that. The real teachings of that. We don't know. You know what I mean? So sometimes we want something that a nigga just can't give you. Or a woman just can't give you. For real.
Miguel says, it's a scale. And a scale has to be balanced.
Amen.
In regards to doing chores, most folk know who the individual is before commitment.
Yes.
I noticed that people don't listen to other people anymore. Listening by what they say and looking at their actions. People nowadays just want to talk. Pay attention and listen.
Pay attention to detail. Miguel, I'm with you. Because that will tell you exactly who you're dealing with if you shut up and listen. You know who that person is before you even make that type of commitment.
And Donna says so many don't listen and they struggle so much. Pastor Kevin said he was married 11 years and struggling. And I always say, well, how did the marriage begin?
Right.
Like when my husband and I got back together, I was like, I started questioning, well, maybe God didn't even have that. You know, maybe, because we all went that wedding and
the show.
So pretty and this, that, and the other.
The show.
I'm telling you, get the copy of the book because you'll hear the rest of it. At the end of the day, if I had known that real peace would have been this, I would have let go a long time ago. Because people have known us to be together forever, ever, and ever. Yeah. I held on to the illusion. I held on to the concept. Y'all, I didn't know. Now, let me just say this right now. I don't think for 1 minute that that everything was all their fault, because it wasn't. I had played a part in that.
Oh no, Mom. Of course you did. Used to be. When she got upset, you did, and look and cuss me out. Not with cuss words, but just like you don't even understand. Just their neck was moving and stuff. I was like, oh shit, I done stirred up something. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Anyway.
But look,
somebody said
cleansing you, purging you, removing you.
Yes, somebody said, but not divorce. So how do you deal with it and not knowing what to do? Ooh. Wow, Pastor. And you know what's so amazing? Being people of the cloth and being in,
so much.
People expect so much.
Expectations are so unrealistic for you guys.
Wow, a real Earl. Yeah, I had a real Earl. That's Earl and Mama's boy, Miguel.
Oh, okay.
I did have a real Earl.
Y'all tried.
Earl, don't start that. I ain't come here for this. But
he didn't even want to go nowhere though. At least y'all went to dinner on the movie. But
my Earl ain't want to go nowhere. But anyway, so what? Pastor, in a position, I used to tell people all the time, especially when I decided that I want to date. I want to go out. I'm beautiful. A kiss is not a contract. Of course, I ain't putting my lips everywhere. But I'm just saying, I wanted to be able to experience something other than what I've already had. And so what happened is people have you like all the way up here, next to God.
Yep.
And I used to tell people all the time, if you take me off the pedestal and you put me right here on level ground, you will see that if you cut me, I was going to bleed.
I'm still human.
You will see that I am human. If my dog got hit by a car, I'm going to cry. Just like if your dog got hit by a car. You know, the thing about it is that you expect so much and you don't give much. So the very people, and I want to say this to you as a pastor, Pastor Kevin, you have God. Trust God. You know, and we always say, only God can judge me. Can you believe how many people that don't even believe in God will say that only God can judge them? So you have to turn that around and use that for yourself. Only God can judge you. We have no heaven or hell to put you in. And your struggles is your struggles. And we'll pray for you through it and rejoice with you in it. Even if she went and slept with Tom, Dick, Harry, Sally, Sue, and Jane, and you decide that you want to stay there, guess what? Because we have love for you, real friends and real people who love you, going to love you through it all.
Yeah.
And that's what we find that we lack. We lack loving people unconditionally. We lack truly trusting people where they are and respecting their place in life. We always want you to live the way that we think you should live. That's not real. That is not real. So, you know, if you're struggling with it and things like that, just trust your process.
And again, guys, we don't just do this show because we're bored. No, we don't. We want to reach out to people. We want to help others. Hey, boos, we want you to know that, and it's without anything to it. There are still people in the world who will listen and who will try to give you some insight and will pray with you. That's not a problem for us. Inbox, email, whatever. If you got contact from my mom, you already know she answers for everybody. She don't care what time it is. But people are in position, in place to pray you through things. Right. And that's a blessing to have that. You know what I mean? If you need to talk outside of this, I say it all the time, we're available and we'll hit you back. You know what I mean? Or if we missed the call or whatever, you just inbox us and let us know we're around. You know what I mean? Because everybody goes through things. We all have a story to tell. I promise you. I appreciate Miss Donna. Was that her name? Donna. I appreciate you sharing your story. Normally, I don't say anything, but I was in a relationship with a woman for 7.5 years.
Wow.
And I didn't realize how much toxic hell I was dealing with until it was over. And my vow to God was, if you get me out of this time, I promise you I will never look back.
Well,
and I didn't.
And I was in one for quite some time, but at the end, it left me feeling homicidal and suicidal. So I knew. But the thing about it that was so amazing is that I said, well, God, how did you allow me to even sit through all of that? And the only thing I could hear was so that you can have compassion and not condemnation. You know, sometimes you don't know the story or the struggle of anything that anybody is dealing with until you actually put on those shoes. And when you start walking in those shoes, you have a different outlook on what it's really all about. And so that's why a lot of times we got to stop looking at, and I get so sick. It's like scraping your nails on the chalkboard when people keep putting them judgment shoes on about other people. You know, we got to really stop that and find out, get to the depths of somebody. You know, I found that a lot of people that supported me were people of the LGBT community.
Hey. And
I found that a lot of people supported me were people that was hustling out there, where, you know, y'all folk wasn't doing jack. You know, so, and when I had my back up against the wall, the minute you tell somebody in the church, everybody else knew about it before, and they preaching on it, girl, and they preaching on it, acting like the Lord gave them something. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me with no power. Okay? So that's why we have to really, really, really understand, you know, what's going on. And keep this in mind, y'all. I do not hate my spouse. That is not, I don't hate him.
Don't get it twisted at all.
So,
and even if you did get it twisted, we don't care. But that's why cop that book, because there's people out here hurting, and you never know, your story might save somebody else's life.
Being Made Whole. That's the name of the book. And basically, it was written when my life was torn into pieces. Let me tell y'all something. I know how to put on the face. We know how to put on, is this expression sometimes? Know how to put on the face. We know how to beat the clothes down, and we put on the best wardrobe. Know how to sing when I need to sing. Dance when I need to dance. All that good stuff. But I'm going to try to tell you something. It's when you're really talking about the inside. the inside.
Dig some of that shit out.
The
Excuse me,
inside.
I'm sorry.
It's cool. I appreciate everyone's transparency. I believe it breaks chains and heal brokenness. It's not about putting our business out there. It's about processing, surviving life.
There you go.
Correct. And I'm doing the tour called Being Made Whole Tour 2019. And those of you who like to be on it, be on it. All right, but this is not the place where we come together and we bash and we do this. No, we want to help one another survive, help one another get to that next place. That's why it's called SaySo Radio, because you can say it and we gonna walk it. All right, and you're right. Relationships take a lot of time, and for those who keep getting in a relationship after relationship after relationship, after relationship, cut it out.
Stop. I'm here to tell you, stop. Because there's another thing that people don't realize. You got spirits that transfer. You don't know. Even you got to be careful who you even let come in your house and sit on your couch. You can tell my mother will tell you. I'd be like, they staying outside, right? Don't bring them up in here. Mm-hmm. You don't know what nobody walking through your door with. You got to keep that. Even if you, I'm not the most. Oh Lord, have that. But I do know who God is. You got to keep that armor on. You got to be shielded. Because you never know what's coming in, and then you laying down with people, you carrying their burden now. You got to be careful. Don't just because y'all look cute together on Instagram, don't mean that that's your wife or your girlfriend. That don't or your husband. That don't mean that. That doesn't mean that. You have to take that time, like Mommy said. Look into it. Now we ain't got X-ray vision, no, but look into exactly who you with. Be careful now. And we had people commenting all up and down there. Pay attention. Shit, read some of these comments. They can help you. We here to help, man. We here to help, and y'all need to help us sometimes. We go, hey, don't be mad
the
hardest
thing. you oh man, McGill,
especially immature, ain't they?
You know what's so amazing is I think when I first revealed the fact that my husband after 30 years asked me for a divorce, first thing everybody say, what you do? You know what I'm saying?
I know better. I ain't say that.
Hi, baby. Lucky from next door. Lucky next door from R Street. Andre. So
hey, that's my baby?
Yep.
You sure?
I'm positive. Hey y'all.
Baby.
So I'm thinking, it's like the first thing I was like, okay, what people gonna say about me? What people gonna say about me?
She did do that.
I was so worried about what people were. I was just so worried that even if I was even if I was like wanted to really spill what's really going on, I couldn't. And that's why sometimes it's very, very important to take it to the Lord, because God ain't gonna tell nobody.
Prayer changes things.
Okay. Yes, my baby. He says it's me, your baby. So yeah, and so I didn't want to know. I didn't want to say nothing because everybody thought everything was so perfect.
Too, though.
And Thomas, you're right. Just because you're married doesn't mean that's your mate.
Hey, who is you?
Thomas Tillery.
I like you.
Yes, it doesn't mean that's your mate. And you know what? So many people are in bondage and held hostage.
It ain't even love no more.
Because it ain't, I'm just going to stay here because he helped me pay the bills, girl. I don't want for nothing.
Look, and if I live in a doghouse, it might as well look like this one.
Girl,
bye.
I'd rather have a half a man than no man at all. Child, bye.
Give me a whole man.
Give me a whole man. But spiritually, immaturity plays a big part of that, because nobody's looking at discernment anymore.
Right.
Nobody's asking, is that mine? Is they for me? And look, let me tell you something. Also, when people are really sad and people are looking for something and looking for it in all the wrong places.
Always
in all the wrong
everybody
places.
want what they don't have.
Right.
What is that? Like if
I got my shoebox, if my shoebox is there and I got 3 shoestrings in my shoebox, let me enjoy my shoebox.
It'd be like, you gonna give me one of them shoestrings? No, it's mine. But everybody want what they don't have.
What they don't have,
Girl,
because
you got
that's
nice hair. You got pretty hair. I want pretty hair. Let me get a perm.
Right.
Just enjoy what you got.
But we're not satisfied. And that's, again, spiritually immature. We're never satisfied. Right. And which is why so many times we keep doing this, and doing that. Because we're not satisfied. And most of it comes from not knowing who you are.
Do some soul searching, y'all.
Not knowing who you are. That song from Sparkle, if you look into your heart with a positive might,
Take self-inventory.
It's not
that
positive,
part
it's
right
not
there.
positive mind.
Mind.
Oh,
There she go. You know what I mean.
I'm sorry. We got to get the words right for you.
Before I start singing stuff, quoting stuff. Okay. But anyway, you got to look inside of yourself, because if you don't, you will find yourself always with different people, and everyone is supposed to be
It never
the
works.
right one.
Yeah, it
Hi,
never
baby.
works. Take care.
Everyone's supposed to be the right one, and trust and believe. It's not that. It's not like that. And don't be afraid. And for those of you who are ready to get out there, don't be afraid to step out there. Don't be afraid to step out there.
Sometimes it's so hard when people been sitting and waiting, and they get impatient, and what the guy say, spiritually immature and all of that. It's rough. It can be rough, and it can be scary. But I say honestly, pray on everything first, because you'd be surprised. Whatever the answer is you're looking for, if you hush and you pray, you wait on God, I'm telling you, you'll hear it. You'll hear whatever the answer is. If He got something to tell you, it'll come through to you. It might even show up across the TV screen. You never know. You never know. He has a way of tapping into whatever it is that He wants you to see.
I remember, like I said, when I was, hey, it is scary, Shay. It's so scary. Let me see. Let me go back. As a woman aspiring for marriage, that's where I am. Getting to know you first. I was telling somebody, I said, you know what? Your sex can be over the top, right?
We're not doing expression.
Your sex could be over the top, right? But if your mind ain't right, and if I can't get your heart, who wants your sex?
Well, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised on that. I'm gonna be real, because some people, if they dropping that thing off good, some people can look past all that and just.
Girl, he just beat me up last night, but girl, he just beat me up. Don't worry about this. That's a blackout. Girl, don't worry about that, because we made love so good last night.
Yeah, my baby and mama's boy. That's all.
That's all, my baby and mama's boy. He don't know how to
That's not
express
cool.
himself real well. That's all.
Not cool.
Okay.
Really,
Boo said pain will cause people to make a lot of mistakes. They need healing. Correct. I mean, it will. And loneliness.
Yes.
Loneliness. The spirit of loneliness.
Be alone. Isn't that something?
Loneliness. And even for me, I love companionship. I love it. But I had started this newfound love for my kids, hanging out with my daughter, because she grown, right? And we get along extremely well. And so I was like, all these so-called...
Yeah, say that. That's my favorite part.
Oh, well,
Go ahead, finish that sentence.
no, I ain't going to finish that sentence. Finish the sentence.
Bottom line. It's like, no. No, when you realize the stuff we think we looking for, sometimes we already have.
Miguel said this, but remember, you have to know what to ask for. God always deliver what you ask for, so make sure you know how to ask for it.
All right, that's true too. So if
You're never alone, because God is always there.
Amen to that too.
That's true.
That is true, Miguel.
That's true.
I agree with that 100%.
You have to. A lot of people don't. I just need this new car. If I get this new car and job,
Yeah, like God is a magician or something.
he
Ain't that something?
gonna stay with me. Well, honey, let me tell you something. If he can't stay with you when you ain't got nothing, then you don't need him when you get something. Okay? So many times we are asking for things that we're not even prepared for. Like, we want a husband, but you still whoring.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You want a husband, but you can't get yourself together. You want this, right. Sex can block many things when you don't have spiritual background. Everything can be clouded. Yeah, you're right. Everything can be clouded. Especially, when you lonely and you ain't had nobody.
Especially by a good time.
You know.
By a good time.
A
honey.
good time. A
Yeah,
good time.
Speaking of time.
What time is it?
Yeah, we got about 5 more minutes.
No, 10 minutes. It's 8:49.
So
I'm sorry, y'all. It's 8:49 here in
it's not
Arizona.
55 anymore? We got
Yeah.
55 at home, so I thought we had 5 minutes.
Okay, but I want to. I think I got a few little pictures. I want to just send a few little pictures. I think I have them.
Pictures of who? Yesterday?
Yesterday. She's trying to hate.
I mean, only us black folk wait till 5 minutes in the show to send a picture.
I'm not black. Right. So anyway, I just wanted to share with you all 1 or 2 pictures.
That's good enough. Right here.
Right there.
That's good enough.
Okay, that's my son. He got married yesterday. Okay, that's him. That's all of us. Look at her.
Somebody named Michelle just said something. And
Low
you know what?
self-esteem
We've
is
been touching on that. That's deep.
Ooh.
Yes, low
Michelle.
self-esteem plays a big part in a lot of stuff we're talking about right now. Hey, Miss Molly.
She's still in the hospital.
Who?
Charlene is still in the hospital. Minister Charlene is
You
still.
didn't even tell me that.
Right.
What talking about?
So there we go. I've been praying for her. There she goes. She ready to fight me, Charlene.
No, I would love to pray for her too, especially because she's a very, very, very
That's my
supportive
baby.
of us.
That's my babe. Yeah.
And like I said, we always want to take time out to make sure we thank you guys for the support, because we wouldn't be able to do this if you didn't watch and sit in with us and enjoy us, and we enjoy you.
We enjoy y'all too. So yeah, Mom, Charlene is in the hospital.
Congratulations.
We are actually, just I want to just tell you guys for real before we get ready to log off. We got 5 more minutes before we go, but that self-esteem piece is real important, because Michelle Bryant, because let me just say this: when you're walking in low self-esteem and low self-worth, you will settle for anything. You will take on anything, and anybody can do anything. You will not stand up. Low self-esteem plays a big part in a lot of people's decision-making process. He showed me some attention, so I better say something, because nobody ever said nothing. Nobody ever said anything to me before. Nobody ever did this, and the other. At the end of the day, let me just tell you something. It is so important to begin to love yourself. What is it called? What is it? Fly. First, love yourself. First, love yourself.
I like that one.
Be fly. First, love you. Because when you don't love you, you cannot expect somebody else to give you something that you can't even give yourself. Damn about what they can't give themselves. What about you giving it to yourself? If you cannot love yourself, how in the world can you expect? RuPaul say, if you can't love yourself, how in the hell can you love anybody else?
And that's the truth. You know what?
Can I get an amen?
That's facts, though. That's facts. And it's called self-esteem for a reason.
Hello?
Okay? And you can't expect nobody else to do something you ain't doing for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous. I don't know how.
Trina said, I want to get married, but it's always the finances. Now, I have a great Aunt Annie.
Annie said,
get together. You know why? Because what happens is, if I came to the table with all of this and you came to the table with all of that, right? It's that power struggle unless you already get to know one another and have the balance. See, balanced people don't do prenups. I'm sorry. Or they're just trying to save someone else when they're not ready. They have to come to their own time. Right. The thing about it is, you have to have that balance. It's going to be so important. But if you're not emotionally, spiritually, or physically balanced, why the hell are you looking for a relationship? And for these people who are still engaged after 15, 20 years, but you waiting on.
Right.
And
I used to say, though, if you came in with a bag,
hey, Ricardo, baby,
leaving with a bag. I used to say that.
Because she petty.
Only because I had so much. And guess what? Got remarried, I ain't got none of it no more. We don't even care.
Right. Because guess what? As long as you have love, you got everything.
Yeah, and keep God first.
Okay.
You guys who are getting married or in the process of a divorce, just continue to keep God first. And you can make it through a whole prayer changes things. Seriously.
Yes. And stop thinking that you got to be super religious to get a prayer through.
No.
Because I'm telling you, if it wasn't for
relationship,
me,
honey.
If it wasn't for me, how Dr. Tom said, "Hi, Cardo." You see Cardo from?
Hey, baby.
Yeah. If it wasn't for God reaching me right where I was in the middle of the mess, God don't bless no mess. Stop. I was a mess, and what kind of mess?
A shitty mess.
That's the kind of mess I was, right? And so, but He blessed me in the middle of it, just so that I could have a testimony. He touched me in the middle of it. If I waited for men to do for me what I knew God would do for me, hello, you could say you want to be a pilot but only hang out with bus drivers. If everyone in your circle is at below your level, you need a new circle. Bus drivers are awesome. Be the difference maker in your life. Come on now.
Yeah.
Hi, Joni. But y'all,
Right.
we're about out of time. That's right. That's right, Thomas. We are. Is that your husband? Is that the husband-wife team? Donna and Thomas. Y'all the husband-wife.
Yeah, girl, you need a book. I'm buying that thing. I'm speaking that into existence. 'Cause
Yes,
you touched-
level
you
up,
touched me
level
today.
up. Yes, level up. Now let me just say this.
Unless you just be
we
buying up.
got to get ready to go. But you know what? Even the Messiah. Oh, y'all family. Okay, was y'all related to Andrea Tillery? You know Andrea Tillery, the late Andrea. She was my friend.
Mom.
But I gotta go. She telling me time's up. Y'all both are on point. We gotta get ready to go. It's 10:55. I mean 11:55 y'all time. 8:55 y'all time. See you when I get back to DC. I have to get ready to head out.
We love
to
you guys.
Phoenix.
And thank you so
We love you guys.
much.
Thank you so much for all of your input.
Yes.
We appreciate you.
Inbox her, inbox me. Well, it don't matter. If you ever
I am
need us to
Andre
talk.
Harris.
I am Skyra.
Tyra, they're gonna still use the building too, so you good. I'm glad you caught us too, Ariel. You know that's our partner at the Howard. So I see you guys later on. We love you. Until next time, keep giving,
Keep living.
and most of all, keep loving.
Say so, say so, radio, say so, say so, radio.
What you say, who the hottest on the airwaves? Say so radio, shutting down the hearsay. Who provided the hottest topics on the streets? Got the market talking about it from the DM to the V. Pass the matrix round the table like a hot potato. Step to the mic and don't let it go until you say so. You give the credit where it's due. WLVS, ha, nothing but the truth.
Say so, radio, say so.